Welcome back. We're so happy to welcome our friend J.P. Dunn, Director of Development for Protect the Harvest. First of all, it's great to see you. And we love Protect the Harvest, and especially here in these parts. We want to protect the harvest. We have a lot of farmers. We have a lot of agriculturists. And again, we love animals, and I love my dogs. I just saved a turtle again yesterday, by the way, on the road. But if our viewers are just tuning in for the first time, give us a little background on Protect the Harvest.
Protect the Harvest is a 501c3 that was really the brainchild of Forrest Lucas. He has a large ranch, actually, up in Cross Timbers. And we were put together to push back on animal rights groups across the country that are really trying to drive up the cost of food and do away with the use of animals by people for any reason. And so that's what's at the heart of what Protect the Harvest is all about.
And we were talking before we went on, but what are some of the current issues that you guys are fighting for besides you want to feed families?
Yep, a free and fed America, that's what Protect the Harvest is about. But at the same time, that requires education not only of consumers, but of policymakers and any influential individuals across our great country. But a couple of ballot initiatives in California are affecting the markets across the country, and that is evident with eggs. And so it would have been great if I had been able to coordinate for some steak and eggs.
We wouldn't have said no.
Yes, exactly.
But at the same time, those eggs are costing 3 times more than they were a year ago, and that is because of arbitrary legislation that was brought into just California, but if you want to sell product into the state of California, then you have to meet these rules. And now the same thing is going to happen with pork, and we want to try and ensure that this does not happen with beef.
And May is Beef Month.
That's right.
So how can we celebrate Beef Month?
Well, one, get involved with your county cattlemen's organizations. We have great organizations both in Greene County, but particularly in Polk County that we do a lot of work with. And there's a great cattlemen's group statewide. But on the national level, check out our website, protecttheharvest.com, and you'll see different ways that we're celebrating Beef Month. But a lot of what we're doing is educational in nature and trying to introduce consumers to the people that are providing their food, so they learn where their food is coming from, particularly those great steaks and tri-tips and briskets.
You just saw what we had.
I was going to say, we could have had you over there.
That's right.
So how can people get involved and make sure, like you said, it's happened with eggs and now pork, and you say, is it leaning towards going towards beef, and what can we do?
Well, get involved, and one, help tell the story of agriculture, that farmers are providing the safest and most affordable and abundant food supply the world has ever seen. Don't let that be legislated away, okay? And don't let the costs be driven up through policy. And so Protect the Harvest is a great group to get involved with and learn more through.
And I was going to ask, so if people are kind of like, I have a soft spot for animals, but of course I still eat meat, and there have been times I'm like, well, maybe I should be vegetarian. I don't want to say like what is the hard and fast rule for people that might be on the fence here, the benefits of consuming.
Right. Well, again, through the county cattlemen's organizations or through our state's Beef Industry Council, they have lots of nutritional information available, and so you can just check that out. Just look up the Missouri Beef Industry Council, and you'll see a plethora of information on why beef is good for you and important to your diet. At the same time, we are all about animal welfare and taking proper care of animals, raising them the right way. And 99% of those farmers across the country are good actors. There are some that can potentially give an industry a black eye, but at the same time, for the most part, everybody's doing a terrific job taking care of their animals, and so we need to tell that story.
Right.
That's what we want to help educate consumers about. It's about animal welfare, not necessarily animal rights.
Right. Correct. There's a difference.
Yep.
Right.
And again, I love me some meat. I respect farmers so much because I couldn't do what they do. That's why we need them. That's why everybody's different in this world. I know what my strengths are and what they can do. If somebody wants more information, about getting involved and protecting the harvest, what's the best way to get in touch or find out more information?
Yeah, protecttheharvest.com. We also have other social media outlets as well that you can check us out on Facebook and Twitter and such. But at the same time, that protecttheharvest.com site is a
Wealth of knowledge.
a place to start. Yeah.
And please tell Betty Doak we said hello.
Oh, we'll do that.
We love her.
JP, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, Jeremy and I will take a trip over to Buffalo Run Casino and Resort. Lots of exciting events coming up, so stay put.
Yeah, it's like we should celebrate by eating lots of